Hi everybody, this is Farouk, the founder of the website ToKnowMyself.com that gets 500,000 visits each month and that has got 11 million visits so far. In this video I'm going to talk about stubbornness, stubborn people and how to deal with them. Let me first tell you a short story that would help you understand how stubborn people think. A stubborn friend was studying very hard and then suddenly his phone rang. He checked the phone and found that a close friend was calling him. He decided to call him later. Few moments later, this friend called him once again, and our stubborn friend started to become a little bit frustrated. And he decided to call him later. But few moments later, this friend called for the third time. And at this point, our stubborn friend decided that he is not going to answer the phone even after he finishes studying. And this shows us something very important about stubborn people, which is that those people aren't stubborn all the time, but they just become stubborn when something triggers their stubbornness. And so, in order to deal effectively with a stubborn person, you must learn how to avoid triggering his stubbornness. Let me tell you how to do that. The first thing you must do when dealing with a stubborn person is to never become pushy. Don't push those people because they hate to be pushed. They just love to do things on their own. Just ask them for whatever you want and don't be pushy. Else they will push back, they will resist, and they will become stubborn. The second thing you should do with a stubborn person is that you must give him more than one option. A stubborn person hates to be forced into doing something and hates to be given orders. And that's why it's preferred to give him more than one option. And there is something very intelligent that you can do actually, which is giving him more than one option that lead to the same outcome. For example, if you own a store, you could ask a stubborn person whether he wants to pay using cash or a credit card. Actually, in both cases, you're asking him to pay. But in fact, the stubborn person will believe that he's giving option and he will not become stubborn and he will not resist. The third thing is that you must not make a sudden change or force them to accept a sudden change, but instead let the changes happen gradually and over time. An experiment was done on some frogs, a real experiment, where frogs were put into a boiling water. As soon as the frogs were put in the boiling water, they jumped out. Another experiment was done by bringing frogs and putting them into cold water, and then the water was heated gradually until it started boiling. What happened is that the frogs in the second experiment died in the boiling water because they didn't notice the change, because the change happened gradually. And the same thing happens with people. If you want to do a big change, don't do it all of a sudden, but let the change happen gradually, and the person would not feel it, and the person would not resist, and he would not become stubborn. That was all for today. I'm going to post more videos soon. If you want them, just feel free to subscribe to this channel by clicking on that yellow button above. Yes, this button. And if you want more information, just feel free to visit me on my website, www.ToKnowMyself.com. Have a nice